All right. Howdy, Ken. Episode 12. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Our pre-podcast sort of went
Uh,
off the rails a bit, but I think everybody might appreciate the fact that we are in good spirits and cheerful today. But I got a question to kick this off. If affiliate marketing is so simple, again, if affiliate marketing is so simple, why isn't everyone doing it?
the answer to that question is because it's not easy. It's not easy. And short of me breaking out my Webster's dictionary in order to define the two words, I went down a rabbit hole earlier in the week as we prepared for this episode. And I wish I had bookmarked those articles that I was reading because it was very interesting how they broke down the differences between simple versus easy. And I think our viewers and our listeners to the affiliate files need to understand that there's a difference between the two, and that over time the two have kind of merged into one, and that people really don't know what the two of them mean. That they have separate meanings. Simple means that it's how can I explain it? Simple isn't how do you make it simple?
Because you want to say it's simple means it's easy.
Yeah, because it's easy. Well, I think easy is without much effort, right? And simple is basic, and to me, it's just basic. It's basic so that you can understand it. And easy is just without effort.
So I think you could say, not to cut you off, but I think you can say that I can give you a simple process, step 1, step 2, step 3, but to actually do all the steps might require effort and be hard.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean, of course, that could be hard as in manual labor. Like digging a ditch isn't ever going to really get easier, except for the idea that you may get stronger, or you might be digging in different places. You could be digging in soft ground, or you could be digging in rocks, right? But then that's when the definitions of the words really matter, right? It's a simple process. Here's the shovel, start digging. Is that easy? Well, some of that is sort of based upon, like I said, how strong are you?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done this before? Where are you digging as far as the ground? Is it hard? You know what I mean? Is it literally like, is it solid rock? You know what I mean? If it's solid rock, you can't use a shovel. You got to go get heavy equipment, or you might even need dynamite.
Yep. And I think you can translate that to the affiliate marketing world, which is what we really want to do, in that the strategies that Gary and I use in our business are simple. They're very simple strategies that are laid out. We have a 12-step action plan. If you guys want to check that out, click on the link below the in the video and in the podcast. You get access to that. It's simple steps to follow. However, it's not easy for everyone to accomplish the steps. And like you said, based on varying factors, your experience, your ability to overcome obstacles, both mental and emotional, right? I mean, just all these factors kind of arrive when you're trying to build your affiliate marketing business. That's the reason why so many people jump into this. And as much as we try to provide simple steps for them to get started, they realize that it's not easy. Some people have a difficult time just choosing a domain name.
Right.
And that's part of the process. And that's the reason why not everyone does this.
Indeed. So just a simple fact that you stated, there is a link. If you're on the YouTube channel, it's below this video in the description, the pinned first comment. If you're watching on the podcast, if you're listening on the podcast, there'll be a link to go back to the affiliate files, and you can click, I think it says join the community right now. That's simple, but it's not easy to commit to the process after you've taken the simple action of clicking the link, entering your email address, clicking the submit button, getting your login information, checking your email. Again, how simple is that process? To me and to you, Ken, that's very simple.
Very simple. Yeah.
Some people might even say, and I would say that that's going to be easy. But for some people, even that hurdle, right, while it's simple, is not easy, because I just mentioned a lot of things about clicking here, clicking there, you know. To me, that makes sense because it's the world I live in. The same with being an affiliate marketer. It's a simple process, and to the fact that it's become easy for me to, let's just say, over 30-minute marketing, to do a review on a product, and then if I recommend the product, to create a bonus, put a link in the description, have people click that link, purchase it, deliver my bonus, and then follow up with them. And then, that's simple. And for me now, it's easy, but it didn't start easy. It started simple, but it was hard at first because I was just like constantly thinking, what's next? What do I do next? Well, what if? Well, is this the right way to do it? Is this going to work? Right? All those questions that pop up in your head that keep it from even being simple, because you overcomplicate it. You make it hard. You make the simple thing hard, right? And that's where like it gets into that overlapping of the definitions. You know what I mean? To think, well, this is super simple. Well, no, it's hard.
Yeah.
No, it's not hard. You're making it complicated, but it is still simple.
Yeah. And I think that's part of, at least for me, battling that perfectionism syndrome of wanting it to be perfect. I take action and I'll implement things. However, in the back of my mind, I still have that little voice saying, well, what about this? Or what about that? And it slows down the execution of the action that I need to do. I still do it, but it takes just a little bit longer as I kind of, for me, it's like a battle between inside my mind to get that one thing done, to convince myself that it is okay and that it's good to just do it and see what happens, because you need that feedback, you need that data in order to make better decisions. And that's part of the growth process of being an affiliate marketer. And I think that's so important for you guys. If you guys are new to affiliate marketing and you're watching the affiliate files or you're listening to it on the podcast, that you have to take that into consideration, that you're running a real business and that there are going to be decisions that you have to make. And they can be as simple as choosing a domain name, or as simple for Gary and I to put together a squeeze page. But it's always something where you're going to have that battle inside. And if you overthink things and you overcomplicate them, that simple process becomes very difficult. It gets blown out of proportion. It's amazing.
It is just like this conversation. This is a simple conversation to have, but it becomes very hard to stay on track between using simple and easy, because I'm guilty of it too. Yeah. I'll say things are easy. Like I'll be showing somebody a simple process, step 1, step 2, step 3, and then I'll use the word easy. I'm guilty of saying, "Oh, this is easy." Right? Yeah. Just follow the steps. It's super easy. When in reality, for me, it is easy, but for some people watching, it's simple, but they may have a hard time wrapping their head around it. Yeah. I mean, it goes to even the point of just getting started. Is just getting started simple? And this goes back, and we talked about, the mindset of an affiliate here on the podcast. And it was one of the earlier episodes, because the idea and the focus there was of having the right mindset. And right. you hit on that. You're talking about this being a real business. Well, that's important. And it's, simple to understand that you want to create a business, but it's also, or you can start simple, right? Because I want to sort of move this conversation to how to get started with affiliate marketing. The truth about making money online is it's simple. Just like a question I ask you. Yep. If affiliate marketing is so simple, why aren't a lot of people doing it? Because they make it hard before they ever get started. So if you don't want to think of affiliate marketing as a business because the business sounds too hard and you want this thing to be easy, right? Then start simple. Make it a side hustle. Understand and know that affiliate marketing is nothing more than making a simple recommendation about products that you use, and then letting your audience, and that's the people that you create content for around a problem where you have a solution, which is the product that you're recommending, and if that sounds hard, then just rewind it and listen to it again.
Yep.
Keep it very simple. Understand that the simple aspect of affiliate marketing is just that. It's simple. And
Yep.
it's easy if you let it be easy.
Yep.
Aside from all the complicated things, especially doing it online, the idea is, do you have Facebook? Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you almost everyone within earshot of this podcast has a Facebook account. Affiliate marketing is as simple as making a post and saying, I just read this great book and I recommend it. Here's the link to get it. And it's an Amazon link. And that Amazon link is an affiliate link. After you've done all the simple steps of registering for that affiliate program, you've just made it easy by just giving your opinion and your recommendation about this awesome book that you read, and you posted it on your Facebook profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was going to say, the simple turns into easy, at least in my opinion, when you engage in repetition. The more you do something, the easier it gets. That's just the way that it is, because you develop the skill set that you need in order to do whatever you need to do. And I think that's important to understand, is that, you know, you're constantly learning. We're learning stuff. Before this call, we were talking about things that we learned, and it's just amazing to share and to learn from other people, because this is, we call it a journey, and it's because it really is a journey. You're learning. It's a journey of growth, of transformation, whatever you want to call it. But for me, it's a lot of education, which is what I really like about it, is that I'm always learning something new, and I'm always able to either put that on the side as something that I want to do later on and continue forward, and being able to focus. If you see that little sign behind Gary right there, focus, and be able to focus on what I need to do today to move forward. But a lot of it has to do with just following the simple steps and repeating them. We talk about rinse and repeat all the time, but only through that process do things become easier for people. And I think it's when you try to shortcut that process, I think that's when the doubt and the confusion comes in, because I think a lot of people are just so excited to get started, and they see, you know, the potential that's out there, that they lose focus. I'm going to use the air quotes. I'm the first one to use it.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
I should get a prize for that. But they lose focus on the simplicity of the business itself. So what Gary had mentioned about starting off simple by doing a simple post and being promoting a book, or talking about a book that you really enjoyed and the reasons why, and having a link that's an affiliate link, that is affiliate marketing right there. It's simplest form. And by repeating that, you gain the skills necessary, and then you start gaining confidence, and you start learning more. You want to learn more, and that's where the growth comes in, and that's how you start developing as an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how I see it.
For sure. And I think the key there is because you mentioned rinse and repeat. Before you can get the rinse and repeat, you have to start.
Yep.
And start simple. Find a process of, just like, you know, you mentioned the 12-step action plan. It's a simple 12-step action plan. It's a very simple process. So don't overcomplicate it by just getting started, by starting simple. And then, yes, things will get more complicated, but you can still keep it simple inside of the action plan or any other training that you take or use, or even if you create your own process, right? If you want to learn everything by going out and absorbing the knowledge that is freely available, then that is simple enough to do.
Yep.
It's not going to necessarily be easy, because the information is not organized in a format that you can really follow along. So therefore, you're making it harder on yourself than is really required. And I think that's really what everyone does, sort of as, I'll just say, a defense mechanism to never start. To just say, oh, it's too hard to put it all together. You know, I tried. It was just so hard. You know, well, focus on finding someone that can make it simple for you, and let starting simple make it easy.
Yeah. And I think also too, when getting started, which is the most important part, because if you don't get started, you're never going to build your business, right? Yeah. Is to also have the proper expectations on what you want to get out of this. So Gary had mentioned, you know, if it seems a bit complicated, you start simple, and maybe you start it off as a side hustle. This is not something where you immediately quit your job and you're going to be making oodles of money. It doesn't work that way. And by starting off simple and focusing on the basic elements of starting the business and starting forward and setting the expectation, proper expectation in your mind of where you want to be and how you want to progress, and understanding from other marketers and asking them, you know, how long does it really take to make money online? I think to me, that's the important part. I think a lot of people jump into it thinking, or knowing that it's simple, realizing that it isn't simple, or that it's not easy, and then going down that rabbit hole of trying to find easy. And I think that's what tends to derail a lot of people. I know it did for me in the beginning until I found taking action online, and it kind of, you know, set my focus that here's the expectation that when you're going to build this business, that it's a real business, it's going to take time, you need patience. And once I was able to truly accept that that's the way that it is, that's when things really turned around for me, because now I wasn't worried about, oh, you know, I need to make money. Don't get me wrong, I want to make money too, just like everyone else does.
That's the truth about making money online, is I want to make a whole bunch of it.
I want to make oodles of it. I want you guys all on my yacht. You know, it takes time. And I think once I realized that and was surrounded by like-minded marketers like Gary and the rest of the group in a digital nomad group, which we're a part of, that's when things really started turning around. I started to calm down and really started focusing on just implementing the simple steps. And if it took longer than normal, it took longer. I look at this as it's not a race. Obviously, I want to get there as quickly as possible, but you got to learn how to walk before you can run, and that's just the truth. You got to go through these roadblocks, these learning milestones, and the experience and building that perspective in order for you to start getting up that mountain. And I think that a lot of people need to understand that.
For sure. And to circle back on what you were just talking about, looking for that easy solution, because I think a lot of people start off just like you said, and they find the simple answer they're looking for.
Yeah.
It's simple to get started with affiliate marketing. You find a product, or you build an audience around a problem. You find a product that supports that problem. And then, you know, or even before you even do that, just the simple concept of affiliate marketing, like I said, everybody has an Amazon account. You get approved for the Amazon affiliate program, and then it's just simple to post your link, but you don't see any results.
Yeah.
And then you confuse that simple process and you make it hard on yourself because you don't trust the process.
Yeah.
You don't trust that it's simple and that it's going to work. And you're like, this is too hard. So then now you're confused and you're saying, it's a simple process. Why am I not succeeding at it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because once you institute the simple steps in the process, the hard part is trusting yourself and understanding that it's going to be a long-term thing. And that's not to say that everyone has to sit around and wait. Like, results can be instant. You know what I mean? There are some factors there. It depends on the niche you're in, how good you are, the product you're offering, right? All these things sort of add up together. But starting off with the correct mindset and saying, I have a simple process. I'm going to work at this process until it becomes easy. I'm not going to quit at the very first hard thing that happens. And the first hard thing that's going to happen is you're going to do the simple process and it's not going to work, or you're not going to make any money after you post your affiliate link on Facebook, just like I said. Because some people will take that out of context and say, well, Gary on the affiliate files, along with Ken, said, all I have to do is go to Amazon and start posting my Amazon link on my Facebook profile. That's a simple process, but you know, it's not the end all be all. It's not the finish line that you're looking for. You know, there are harder things inside of a simple process that you have to learn how to do. Ken said, getting a domain name, building a website, starting a YouTube channel. You know, I know for a fact, just like we were talking before, you know, Ken is working on something that is a little harder. It's simple, but it's a little harder than what he's doing right now based upon the fact that he has perfected the simple process of how he gets traffic, leads, and generates sales as an affiliate marketer right now with his YouTube channel.
Yeah. And for me, it's an exciting learning process because, like I said, I like this whole learning aspect of it. I like being able to expand my knowledge and find other ways to generate traffic and be able to share that with my colleagues here at the Digital Nomad Group, which is a high ticket coaching group that we belong to, and be able to share that knowledge with other people. Because again, if, for instance, if I don't do it, I don't know if anyone else will. Someone may do it further down the line, but it interests me and I want to help. So I go and I do it. And for me, it's that learning process. I'm excited about it. No one's really telling me how to do it. I'm figuring this out on my own. But because I've already not mastered, I have a system in place of how I'm going to get traffic for what I'm doing right now. I'm comfortable in knowing that I can go and expand my horizons and build a simple process or follow a simple process to try and generate traffic a different way. And to me, that's part of it, is because I've already done the rinse and repeat, and I continue to do the rinse and repeat of my simple strategy. Now this gives me the opportunity and the confidence to go out and try something new. And to me, that's part of it, the whole growth process.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying there, you can rely on the simple process, either that somebody gives you or you create yourself.
Yeah.
And when it gets hard, so mindset and understanding that success is on the other side of failure. So for us to get to success, we have to go through failure. Going through, over, under, around failure, right, is hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Understanding that you have to do it, but knowing that when it gets hard, it's easy enough to just go back to that simple process and just say, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Oh, this is where it gets hard. Let me go back and, okay, step 4 to step 5. How can I make this easier? Can I go out and get help?
Yeah.
Can I ask somebody that's already done this before me? Yeah. And for them, it's easy. Well, why is it easy for them? Because they perfected their process, their simple step-by-step process.
Yeah.
And that's not to say, again, some things are always going to be hard,
mm-hmm.
depending on who you are and what you struggle with. You know what I mean? And again, that's part of the mindset and being in a community. So for example, we talk about the Taking Action Online community. Ken mentioned the Digital Nomad Group where, we're coaching students. Well, we have a group in there and we rely on that. When it gets hard, we can ask them in the group, we can ask them, the other members, and say, how do you make this look so easy? Or why is this so easy for you? And they can show us their simple process. And it may always be hard for us,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But, it's still, that doesn't mean it's not simple. And the simple solution, and we may talk about this later, and I'm sure we will down the road, as you build out an affiliate marketing business, is finding the right person to do it for you, or outsourcing, or bringing on a partner. For example, this podcast wouldn't exist if me and Ken didn't come together and say, hey, let's start a podcast. Because starting a podcast is simple, but it wasn't easy for us to do as individuals. It was hard for us to do as individuals, actually, because we talked about how we couldn't just talk to ourselves, right? Even though we're talking to an audience, but it's much easier for us to follow the simple process of going back and forth and having this conversation and letting all you guys listen to it.
Yeah. And that's what I truly appreciate. That's why I truly appreciate having this kind of conversation, because I had, it wasn't a podcast, but it was more of like a series where I spent some time speaking to my audience, and it was so difficult because I like to have different points of view. And, the professor here giving me those different points of view helps to expand my knowledge and opens up a whole new world. And that's what I really love about having that kind of podcast setup, where it's simple. You set up the podcast and you talk, but it was never easy to be able to talk on your own about certain topics, and to have someone else be there to provide that other varying point of view really adds, the complexity to the simplicity.
He just
Right.
air quoted, by the way, for everybody on the podcast.
I want to roll. It's 2.
So, I mean, that's the thing. As an affiliate marketer, the truth about making money online as an affiliate marketer is it's a simple process. Simple process of getting an affiliate link and blasting it out. I said blasting, not spamming. Blasting it out, right? Out onto the internet. You know what I mean? When we're talking
Power
about
word. It's a power word, blasting it.
Blasting it out to the internet and having people click on the link and earning those big fat commissions. Did I get enough words in there to like really hype up the sales page?
Yeah. Yeah. The spamometer's going off. Hype
Right?
meter's going off. It's off the chart right now.
Hype meter is off the charts. So in all seriousness, that is the point of the affiliate files, is to tell you the truth. And the simple truth is, or just the real truth of the matter of affiliate marketing, is the fact that it is simple. It's a simple process, and it can be easy, and it will get easier as you work through the hard parts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there is some level where there is always going to be growing pains, no matter what you do. Whenever you start any kind of new endeavor, whether it's learning how to golf, ride a bike, swim, whatever it is, there are always going to be those hurdles that you have to overcome. And it's up to the individual to understand what your limitations are and be willing to work through that failure and to get to the other side so you can build upon that. And that's the way you build up momentum, is by failing forward. We talk about it all the time, failing forward, knowing that the failure is going to be there, and not looking necessarily as failure, but more as feedback, as data, as to what you're not going to do the next time or what you're going to improve on the next time in order to kind of further build up that momentum and reach whatever goal it is that you want to reach.
Yeah. Keep it simple and work towards making it easy. And that series that Ken did over at Ken Furukawa Marketing, his YouTube channel, is called The Grind. So you can simply just go to YouTube. If you're already on YouTube, if you're on the podcast, go to YouTube, type in The Grind, Ken Furukawa Marketing, and it'll take you right to those episodes. And you should definitely check those out, because that is a very simple way to get a lot of great information to make your life a whole lot easier. And with that, I'm Gary Baker. He's Ken Furukawa, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye now.